Hello and welcome back to The Unsilenced. Today we are going to be talking about some new drama that's been going around.
What kind of drama are we talking about today?
Well, the first one we have now is MrBeast getting cancelled.
How can you cancel MrBeast? He's like the best guy ever.
I don't know. So the controversy goes mostly around the fact that his latest video that he released is he paid for the surgeries for 1,000 people to get eye surgery so that they were no longer blind.
And they're having issues because he's getting...
Because they quote saying that the rich shouldn't have to be the ones that pay for the surgeries for the poor. That the poor should be able to afford these surgeries, but they're canceling him because of that.
Okay, why would you cancel someone who's just trying to help, first off? Like, he's just trying to help. He's trying to be a nice guy. And then also, why are you, not bringing the issues to other people's attention?
I know, right? Like, I think that's kind of what he's doing, is trying to be like, hey, this is the problem. I'm going to try to help, but we need to make this, known more. And then he gets canceled.
You think we could get MrBeast to, cover my medical bills?
Yeah, probably not.
I'm joking, I know.
But it was crazy. So what happened was he contacted this doctor who did a TED Talk. This is a very famous doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor said that 90% of people with who are blind only need a 10-minute surgery. So MrBeast was like, hey, can I pay to have 1,000 people have their blindness removed, get those surgeries? And so they did. The doctor didn't even, the doctor who was doing this thought he was scamming him. Because he never had heard of who MrBeast was.
Oh.
I don't know how you never hear about who MrBeast is, but okay.
Maybe if you're an old grandpa and don't have grandkids.
I have no idea, but it was crazy. So for paying for the surgeries, he paid for the flights for them to get there, the hotel rooms. He paid for everything for them to come over and get those surgeries, and then he gets canceled.
That would be expensive.
Yeah, he spent millions on this.
And I get where they're coming from with medical stuff should not be as expensive as it is. Because I'm getting all my medical bills back and wicked expensive, dude.
Yeah.
But that's no reason to cancel someone for doing what's best for them.
I know, and these surgeries, they should definitely be a lot cheaper than they are. I mean, that's a big problem going on, and I agree that needs to be changed. But canceling somebody who is, talking about that needing to be changed is not the way to do it.
Yeah, especially someone with that many followers.
I know, right? A tweet that he ended up putting out said, I don't understand why curable blindness is a thing. Why don't governments step in and help? Even if you are thinking of it purely from a financial standpoint, it's hard to see how they don't ROI on taxes from people being able to work again. So he's saying, I don't understand why curable blindness is a thing. The government could be making money off of this by paying for the surgeries because that would get more workers out there who they could then tax.
Yeah.
From a financial standpoint, it is still better.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah. Anyways, the video ended up doing really well. Within a day, it had over 50 million views.
Okay.
And he even posted, would you vote for me if I ran for president? This is a poll. And 70% said yes.
I would vote.
Guess how many votes he had?
For him or against him?
Just in general, the whole poll. Because 70%
20
said
billion.
Yes. Yeah. Because the Earth's population is not more than 8 billion.
I know.
But yeah, he actually had 2,005,403 votes, and 70% said yes, and 30% said no.
MrBeast isn't old enough to run yet.
No, he's not.
Crazy. Okay, so we just have Trump in for another year, and then we have to get another good president for a year, and then we can have him.
Yeah, sadly, terms are 4 years.
Okay, well, for a term, we can have Trump for a term, and then that's 4 years, so he'll be 28, plus 4 more years, he'll be 29, 30, 31, 32. How old do you need to be? 35?
35.
And then we get...
How about we just change the law?
Okay, but that law got, that's kind of in the Constitution, though.
I guess.
But like also in the Constitution, it said that you were able to run, like the original farmers put it in that you could run for a term of 6 years.
No, it was 4 years.
No, it was 6 years.
I believe it was 4. But if we don't know, we probably shouldn't be saying something about that. But yeah, it was crazy. And then his YouTube channel reached 616 million different people in 90 days, making that be 10% of the world. He reached 10% of the world. Almost 10%, sorry. Almost, because the world's 8 billion, that would only be 6.1 billion. But almost 10% of the world. That's crazy. But I feel like overall, with the whole MrBeast being canceled and stuff, guys, don't go after MrBeast for this. This isn't his fault. He's trying to help.
Yeah, you really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it's MrBeast. Like, you don't need it.
He's done so much for so many people. He's the biggest YouTuber in the world. He's earned that for a reason. But for our next topic, this is a really big controversy.
More than twice, no person can.
This is a really big controversy. YoungBoy becomes LDS, or as a lot of people know, Mormon.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know who YoungBoy is, last year he was the third most streamed artist on Spotify.
What kind of music does he make? Probably rap.
Yeah, he makes rap.
That's why I haven't heard of him. Okay.
Yeah, YoungBoy, he was the third most streamed artist. There was only 2 artists ahead of him. Taylor Swift and Drake.
And Taylor Swift was number 1.
Yes, Taylor Swift was 1, Drake was 2, and then YoungBoy was 3.
Drake didn't come out with very many songs last year, though.
Yeah, but he's huge.
There.
But it was crazy. He became the third most listened to artist last year, and then he becomes LDS. That's a huge thing for the LDS church.
Yeah, and I worry, is the church gonna get a bunch of hate from it, or is it?
Oh yeah, there has already been reels and stuff that I've seen of people being like, "Oh, is he gonna sing at general conference?" And all that, and they're being really disrespectful, not just to the church, but to him too.
Here's the thing, you can have your own religion, and everyone's always like, oh, you can't hate on people's religions, when it comes to anything else. But everyone's so quick to jump on and hate against the LDS community.
And they say that it's not actually Christian. 1, the LDS community, they read the Bible. 2, the full name of the Book of Mormon is actually the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people get so upset about it, because there are other religions that use their own books too.
Yeah, and everyone just attacks the Mormons, and I'm like, please stop.
I feel like it's very unfair. But according to ABC4, they say that Louisiana native rapper YoungBoy is now a Utah resident, and he is ready to be baptized into the LDS church. The move comes as YoungBoy, but seems to be reconsidering his life after a string of legal troubles and arrests dating back to 2014. So he's been arrested, he's had a lot of legal troubles, he's even been investigated into possibly a murder. At least that's what I think it said. Yeah, he has faced arrest and charges for attempted murder, drugs, guns, assault, and kidnapping. Anyways, it says, the prolific and highly successful rapper, Billboard reports that only Taylor Swift and Drake had more streams in 2022, despite having basically 0 radio airplay, so he wasn't on the radio at all. But he was still the biggest, third biggest on Spotify. Is currently living in Salt Lake City under house arrest. YoungBoy was allegedly involved in a shooting in Miami in 2019 that has him tied to an ankle monitor. So he's been on an ankle monitor. He's also previously faced arrest and charges for attempted murder, drugs, guns, assaults, and kidnapping. Billboard reports that while under house arrest, YoungBoy is only allowed 3 pre-approved visitors at a time. Among those visitors have been LDS missionaries. And he says, quote, it was just it was just cool to see someone with a different mindset that had nothing to do with business or money, just these wonderful souls. YoungBoy originally came to Salt Lake City as a youth, according to Billboard, as part of a youth outreach program. This is when he was like a kid. He came and visited. But he is planning on getting baptized and into the church after he gets his ankle monitor removed.
I have a question. Do we think he's gonna change his music in any way?
He has reportedly said that his music is now going to be less violent, and that he is going to be making changes, and people are going to see it.
Okay,
And
because
he's asked for no hate. He's like, please don't hate. This is what I want to do. This is how I feel I've come to find God.
And that's okay. Like, if this is something that a person wants to do on their own, let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I just went through and I was looking at some of his lyrics, and I'm like,
some of them are pretty.
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was just wondering if we would see any changes in his music.
Yeah, he has reportedly said that he is going to change it so that it is less violent. I feel like this is some crazy news we're getting here. But he says, I'm at a point now in my life where I just know that hurting people is not the way, and I feel very manipulated, even at this moment. He said, I was set on being the greatest at what I did, and I spoke about. I was set on being the greatest at what I did and what I spoke about. Man, I was flooded with millions of dollars from the time I was 16 all the way to this point, and I woke up one morning like, dang, they got me. They made me do their dirty work. So he's saying how he feels like he was manipulated a lot and he was just used.
Well, I know this isn't a problem for me, and I know it's just like what I've heard throughout multiple musicians and stuff and music writers,
Mm-hmm.
how the music world is so dangerous because it's so manipulative and you can't trust anyone.
I know there's so many singers and big stars out there who have been used. Like one of the biggest ones that's a big controversy is Justin Bieber.
I had like the biggest, like little me had the biggest crush on Justin Bieber, on a side note.
You know how much he got played though?
A lot.
Have you heard his song Lonely? I think everybody has heard it.
Is it a new one?
No, it's been out for a couple of years now. Here, I'll pull up the lyrics. But not many people stop to, like, listen to the lyrics. He says in the song, everybody knows my name now, but something about it still feels strange. Looking in a mirror, trying to steady yourself and seeing somebody else. And everything is not the same now. It feels like all of our lives have changed. Maybe when I'm older, it will all calm down, but it's killing me now.
I don't know. Like, I'm just looking through, you know. Mm-hmm. And I remember listening to Justin Bieber in, like, 3rd grade. Like, from 1st grade to 3rd grade. Big Justin Bieber fan, you know. Justin Bieber and Selena, big fan of them. Love their relationship. Whatever. But, like, some of his songs when he was younger were hits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still listen to some of those. But, I mean, he has said a few things about the music industry. And so has many people, because it's such a dangerous world. And you get into drugs because you need to look good or you need something.
And Lonely is my favorite song from him. And this is one of my favorite parts is, like, my house was always made of glass, and maybe that's the price you pay for the money and fame at an early age. And everybody saw me sick, and it felt like nobody gave a... They criticized the things I did as an idiot kid.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad because it's like, why are you, like... Because Justin Bieber was young. Like, he was a young artist that came out.
Oh, yeah. He was. I mean, he was 11 years old when he made his first big hit, and it was about a hamster.
I know.
At least that's what I was told in history. But I had a teacher who really liked Justin Bieber.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Now we got on a Justin Bieber hit, and I have to find the song.
Yeah, we kind of got on a tangent there, didn't we? All right, well, let's get back to the
Topic?
podcast. Yeah. So for the next topic is what happened was a Turkey and Syria earthquake. One of the biggest ones that we have had in a long time. The death toll is over 12,000
Where was this at?
in Turkey and Syria. Sorry. So, thinly stretched rescue teams on Wednesday continued searching for survivors buried in the rubble of thousands of buildings destroyed in Turkey and Syria by catastrophic earthquakes and aftershocks that killed more than 12,000. Mid calls for the Turkish government to send more help for the disaster zone, the president were trying to help find more houses and stuff because so many people are now living without houses. So many things were destroyed. Like, I need to show you some photos of this because it was crazy.
Let's see.
That he's holding the hand of his 15-year-old daughter in that bed, crushed under the house. It's crazy.
That would be so
I
hard.
wonder if they have more photos in this one. They're rescuing kids from collapsed buildings. It was a 7.8 magnitude earthquake. That's one of the largest ones we've ever had in the world. Not the largest, but one of them. But there were so many. There's no more photos, but it was so bad. But they said that the first 72 hours are considered to be critical, as the condition of people trapped and injured can deteriorate quickly and become fatal if they are not rescued. It was crazy. I mean, the earthquake, it killed so many people. I mean, you see this video and you can see so many people just begging for help, trying to get stuff handed to them. And I don't know, I feel like this can relate more to a global kind of thing because all of this is happening and there's rumors that the US is going to be in war with China by 2025. And I'm over here like, guys, come on. We just need to sit back and be like, hey, we're going to be fine. We just need to love each other. We don't need to go to war. Who wants to go to war?
Not me.
I don't want to go to war. You don't want to go to war.
You probably don't want to go to war, listeners.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's really just people who want to make money off of war. War makes so much money.
I don't know.
Transport and all that.
You see, I'm lucky and I will never have to be drafted because one, I'm a woman, and two, I have metal in my leg. Wish you luck, bud.
Oh, thanks. I'll be fine. No, I'm just gonna stay in college. But
I mean, they could pay for your college.
if you're in college, you can't be drafted.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, you can't be drafted if you're in college. Thank goodness. But there was all the drama with the Chinese air balloon that we shot down. It went across the entire country. It came in through Montana and went out into the Atlantic, and it went over a bunch of air bases. Well, not air bases, but bases.
Why are they sending?
They claim it was a weather balloon.
BS.
From a weather balloon that is 3 buses tall or wide, one of the two. 3 buses in diameter. Yeah. So.
What? So we shot it down.
Yes, we did with a missile. Took us a missile to that thing down.
Who has more nuclear weapons, us or China?
Us.
Oh, we'll be fine.
We have vowed to never use nuclear weapons in war again.
Then why do we have them?
That is a very good question. I would ask the government, but I'm pretty sure that vow might get an exception one day.
Well, I just know, when Trump came back from North Korea and how he was
yeah.
Hey, I have this big button on my desk, and Trump was like, I do too, but mine actually works.
Yeah. But, it's so crazy. I don't, come on, guys. We need to love each other, not fight. But it's a lot of drama, and I don't think anyone really wants to go to war. I feel like it's just those who want to make money, big businessmen and Congress.
here's the thing: if we go to war with China, I thought we were allies with China.
We kind of are. There's three big heads. There is the U.S.,
The NATO.
Russia.
Oh.
No, like big countries. U.S., Russia, and China.
What about Germany?
No, not big enough.
Oh.
No. In fact, Turkey comes next. They have a really big military. But
Also, I find it funny how they want to go to war with us, but we have bases on almost every single country, all but a few.
They have not said they wanted to go to war with us, but there's I don't know if you're really like people are religious or not, but there's a prophecy that in the end days that the war is going to be between it's going to be U.S. and Russia against China. It was quoted to be the eagle and bear will unite to fight the dragon.
So we're gonna team up with Russia.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But Einstein is quoted to say that I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. And I feel like that is very true for this day and age.
Here's the thing, like, I really do not want another world war, because...
I don't want to grow up in that. I mean, I have so many plans for my future.
Same, and I'm like... I just physically will not have the mental capacity to handle that. Like, I would be like...
Oh my gosh. It would... I don't want to, like, I don't think anyone really wants to go to war. Like, why don't we just take a step back? Let's relax, negotiate.
Talk with China. Be like, listen, bud.
Well, one of the big things that could happen is China's been preparing to invade Taiwan. And Taiwan is an ally of NATO.
And then we would get dragged in because we're
according to NATO policy, if a NATO country gets invaded, we go to war.
Who else is in NATO?
We're in NATO. Poland's in NATO. Germany's in NATO. Taiwan's in NATO. A bunch of the countries in Europe are in NATO. The UK is not. Ukraine was not. That's why we didn't go to war.
Okay, but like if we go to war because of NATO, then all the other
NATO countries will as well. And NATO is like the biggest military.
Okay, but then also wouldn't we have to activate all our other alliances too because we would be in a war?
Yeah, so we'd have all of our alliances. Honestly, it would basically be almost the entire world against like as it looks like right now. If we're not going off what the prophecies and religion are based off, it would look like it'd be Russia and China
versus
against the world. I guess Belarus would probably go with Russia, but Belarus is
He's
big.
Very little.
Yeah, so. But there's a few countries that would probably side with them, but it's definitely to where it would all be like the U.S. against them and like the world against them. But.
And then what would North Korea?
North Korea is kind of not really matters in this.
If South Korea gets involved, everyone's going downhill because like.
That's BTS there. I mean, they have BTS, an army.
No one's gonna let J-Hope die.
But yeah, it feel like it's crazy. I just wish people would calm down for a second. I don't think anybody really wants to go to war. Let's take a deep breath.
Like it's like, okay, we see where you're coming from, but let's take a deep breath. Let's forget all of that, and then we calm down.
Yeah.
You know, what did we learn back in kindergarten? The big breath in, breathe out, talk about our issues, not with violence.
You know, if you told that to Biden, I'm pretty sure he would do it. Because he's that delusional. At least that's what I think. But
let's
you need to be open-minded.
But that one you don't need to be open-minded on now.
Anyways, I think that's it for today. Thanks for listening. It's been an interesting podcast today. An interesting episode today.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening, and we will see you on Monday for the next episode. I was forgetting
and then also, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, our website,
Twitter,
Twitter, Reddit, and our blog.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even Truth Social.
Maybe.
Don't quote me on that.
We'll see.
Oh, and somebody should tell Apple that they should verify us because they keep saying our Apple ID is not verified, so we can't go on Apple Podcasts.
I legit use Apple.
I know. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye.